Okay, I'm back again. God still speaks through visions and dreams. Yes, He does. I apologize for having to chop that last video up though into so many pieces, 5 parts. But my phone is not working right. I hope I got it fixed. But anyway, I want to talk to you again about. I want to talk to you about beware of the spirit of Antichrist. The spirit of Antichrist. The Antichrist. I don't know if he's here now or not. But I remember years ago, before when George Bush was in office, George Bush Jr., I had a dream about the Antichrist. I think this was about a year, maybe 2 years before George Bush left office. And I think after George Bush, we got Obama. Okay? Excuse me. I rubbed my nose and stuff. This allergies bother me. But I'm going to try to speed through this video. I want you to be aware of the spirit of Antichrist. I had a dream about the Antichrist about a year or two before Obama was elected. And what I saw this young man, this Antichrist. He was a young man. I don't remember exactly what his face looked like. But I do remember there was something about his head, his hair, something about the back of his head. I don't remember exactly what. I'm sorry. I wish I did. But it was something different about the back of his head and the front. The front was different from the back or something. It was something like 2 different hairstyles, 2 different hair colors. It was something different. The front, the back was different, something. I know the Bible talks about the head being wounded or something like that. I don't know, with a deadly wound. I don't know. But and he was a young man. He was a young man. And the world, everybody, I won't say the world, but everybody, there were these people that they were yearning, they were just yearning, deeply yearning to see him, deeply yearning to just do something for him. They would just be saying, what can we do for you? Anything we can do for you at all. Okay? And people would be sitting up to 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. They would wait all night in the morning, till in the morning, 3 or 4 in the morning, just to hear what he had to say. Okay, I saw them. People were sitting outside of the. I don't know if it was the White House or some other government building. I don't know where it was, but they would be sitting out there just waiting, just to see him, and just to be able to do something for him. And when I first saw him, well, before I saw him, I saw President Kennedy. This is what I saw: President Kennedy and George Bush. Those presidents, from President Kennedy to George Bush Jr. And George Bush Jr. was in office at the time. And then after George Bush Jr., I saw this curtain came. This curtain was pulled back, and the Antichrist stepped out from behind there. And he, like I said, he was a young man. That's all I remember about him. I don't remember nothing else about him. And people was just really yearning and anxious to do whatever they could do for him. Okay, and so I thought maybe he was going to show up after George Bush left office, because in the dream, that's what I saw. I saw him come out from behind this curtain after I saw George Bush. But as we know, we got Obama for president. And he didn't look like, the Antichrist didn't look like Obama. But Obama did some things that, like I saw Obama one time wearing his wig, half of the wig on his head and something like that. And, you know, Obama got this mark back on the back of his head, too. You know, there's something back there, like he had some major surgery back there or something. But anyway, I don't think Obama's the Antichrist. I don't think he is. But so anyway, after the dream, I thought I was expecting the Antichrist to show up after Bush left office, but we got Obama. So people were just anxious and yearning just to do something for him, you know. And they would be sitting up all night just waiting to hear whatever he had to say. So, but anyway, we didn't get the Antichrist. Maybe he was born after. Maybe he was born after. Bush left office. Now I do believe the Antichrist will be a homosexual. I don't call them gay. I call them homosexual and sodomites. That's what they are. I believe he will be a homosexual. I do believe that, his description, as I said, he was young. He was a young man, but he, the governor Bobby Jindal. He looked kind of like Bobby Jindal and Robert Kennedy, something like that, because he had a dark countenance. Okay, it was like a dark countenance. He wasn't black, but he had this dark shade, dark countenance. Like he didn't have black skin though. But I'm not saying it was Bobby Jindal. That's not what I'm saying. He's not Bobby Jindal, but he had those features, and Robert Kennedy features, and he was a young guy. But anyway, he hasn't shown up yet, and let me see. Hold on just a second. Okay, I wrote this vision down. The reason why I write them down because I know I was going to forget them. So anyway, I wrote it down in my Bible. Let's see. What was this? This was 5/20. This one I wrote this down. May the 20th, 2003. This one I wrote it down. My vision of the Antichrist: very handsome, dark complexion, politician, charismatic speaker. Women loved him. Very young. He was very young, and women loved him. Very young man. The people yearned to serve him in some way or another. They just yearned to serve him. The people loved him. They would watch him on TV all night until in the morning. He will not, and it said he will not like women. I don't know what it is about him and women, but he won't like women. The serpent in the garden, God said that the seed of the woman will be enemy to the seed of the serpent. Okay, and remember, and in Revelation, the dragon, which is the serpent, is going to go after the woman that's clothed in the sun. I think it says in the book of Revelation, the dragon is going to go after that woman. So there's going to be some kind of little war against women with him. Okay, he will not like women. He looked as if he wore two different hairstyles. Okay. At the same time, it was something about his hair. His head was like two different colors, two different styles, or something about his head. All right. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I remember about him. But what I want to talk to you about is beware of the spirit of Antichrist. The spirit of Antichrist is on the loose. The spirit of Antichrist is in people right now. You hear them all the time. Every time talking about. I'm going to tell you some of the signs of the spirit of Antichrist. Lawlessness is one. Read 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter. Okay, lawlessness is going to come with the Antichrist. Okay, it's going to be in his spirit. Lawlessness, workers of iniquity, people who do not obey the law of God. Okay, we see that all the time now. It's getting really bad. Homosexuals, for one, they hate the Bible. They hate Christianity. They hate the gospel. Okay, they hate it. Islam is the biggest blasphemer of Jesus Christ. Probably the biggest there is. Islam. They blaspheme Jesus Christ. They hate the Jews. They hate God's people. They hate Jesus Christ. Okay, this is the spirit of Antichrist. All right, Islam has the spirit of Antichrist. Muslims have the spirit of Antichrist. Our government has the spirit of Antichrist. How do I know? Because they are starting to become more oppressors of Christians than ever before. They don't want prayer in school. They don't want the Ten Commandments up different places because they hate Christ. They are becoming